Everyone. My name is Nia, and I'm going to talk to you today about living intentionally for Christ. And when I think of living intentionally for Christ, I think of three things come to mind. I would say selflessness, dedication, and faith. With selflessness, when I think of Jesus, to me, he thought of everyone but himself. He was either healing, teaching, praying, all of those things he did for other people. He wasn't worried about what people thought of him because he was all about doing his father's business. And that is how we as Christians should think of ourselves, as we shouldn't be worried about what this group is doing over here, what this group is doing over there, because we're all about our father's business. Um, Also, just in dealing with faith and selflessness, I would think about people in the Bible just as far as the woman with the issue of blood, Jonah and the whale, who out Daniel and the lions. There were so many people who had so much faith in this man who was brought to us, and on the cross he showed so much compassion just for people he didn't even know. We weren't even thought of yet, and Jesus already died just to save us, just so we could have everlasting life and live with him. That's how much selflessness to me we should have, just as far as in our everyday lives. We're so concerned with just with teens of today. Like, if you have this style of clothes, have this style of shoes, if you're not with, knowing the latest things, it's not even about that. Be who you are. You're here for a purpose. God put you on this earth to serve him, and it's not about what other people think. It's all about what's coming from your heart, and just keeping your mind stayed on Jesus, because in the end, that's all that's going to matter. When I think about dedication, I would say dedication just as far as paying your tithe. How how many youth of the day even pay tithes? Um, I know, and that's a lot of topic that's iffy with a lot of people, because a lot of times you look at your paycheck, and after you pay your bills, you're like, I have nothing left. Or do you do the pay my tithes first and have faith that the money's going to come from somewhere for me to pay everything? So that's two ways to look at it. Um, as far as dedication, reading the Bible and being within the Word, study to show yourself approved. How many times a week do you even pick up a Bible? Do you even go to Bible study? Um, and as far as what's going on right now, Lent, we have some people have chosen to give up certain things because until the Easter holiday, Resurrection Sunday rather. Um, and when you think about what you chose to give up, did you give it up? Did you pick something easy to give up? Like, oh, I'm gonna just anything, something easy. Oh, I'm gonna stop eating candy, knowing you already don't eat a lot of candy anyway. Rather as just someone might have said, oh, I'm gonna give up fast food because you know that's something you do every day. Go out and spend your money to get something to eat, whereas you could be saving that money and build up. Hence, that could be your tithe money. But that's neither here nor there. Um, and dedication, just as far as what else I was gonna say? dedication just as far as, like I said, reading, being dedicated and just being within the church. What activities are you involved in church? Do you just go every Sunday and that's it? That's something to think about within yourself. Um, and also in dealing with faith, I would say just a lot of, and I want to start off with saying something about faith in the workplace. Being in the workplace and talking about religion and politics, that's sort of shunned upon. Because I know me personally in my workplace, um, like, okay, me and my coworkers, we always, when on Monday, we say, hey, what did you do this weekend? And I know me, I'm like, oh, if I didn't work, I'm like, oh, I went to church, I did this, I did that, blah, blah, blah. And so just for me saying I go to church all the time and saying if a religious topic comes up, it's always, oh, Nia, you go to church, so what about blah, 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 blah. And I'll say, like the other day, yesterday actually, we were talking about speaking in tongues at work. And each of us we're different races at work. We come from a different, we all come from different religions, different backgrounds. And I say, me, I'm one of three black people in my whole department, and a woman. So, and whereas we talk about speaking in tongues, where I usually see that in the black church. So, my other coworkers, they were like, oh, what's that? So I was explaining to them about what speaking in tongues mean and everything. And then one of my coworkers that I know that does go to church, me and him always, I know that's one of the people I can go to when I want to talk about something religious, because I know, within the workplace, you have to pick and choose of, who you can talk to about those things. So, and what else? Sorry, I haven't made a video like this before, so bear with me. And just also living intentionally for Christ, I would say, as far as faith, you know, some people might ask me, oh, why aren't you in the streets? Why aren't you selling drugs? Why aren't you doing XYZ? Me, it's all about how I was brought up. I, I've been in church all my life. That's all I know. As far as that's where my morals come from. And so, I know where my help comes from, because my my grandmother, God rest her soul, she's the one who instilled everything in me. So I know I don't have to worry about everything, because I have faith in God. I know God will provide. And just living intentionally for Christ, it's it's a mindset. You whatever whatever you are going through, if you don't have a friend to talk to, you can always count on God. God, you can't, even though you may not be able to see God, touch Him, you can hear Him. He will give you everything that you need to get through your situation. It's so many people are going through so much, and the state of this country right now is crazy. And if we just got to stay prayed up, and we have to just know that it's gonna be better after this. This is just this is just a minor hiccup that we're in right now, but God has this all planned out. And we're gonna make it. We just have to have faith. We have to have faith that everything will be okay. And I hope I answered this question of how to live intentionally for Christ. At least that's how I do personally. Try to be selfless. Try to have, well, I don't try to have faith. I have faith. Have faith and be dedicated. So, thank you for listening and have a good day.